Stair dust corners introduced at the end of the 19th century to make sweeping easier. They keep dust from accumulating in the corners. Oh wow, I couldn't guess that from the name. Ooh, no, see, okay, it's a good thing these were never in my house growing up, because I assure you I would have tried to pick these out of the corners and threw them at my bullies at school like they were shurikens. The city of Brighton and Hove, England, passed a law in 2022 for all new buildings constructed to have bee bricks. These bricky breckies are designed for solitary bees that aren't part of a hive, to live in. This effort is meant to try to reduce the bees' population's drastic decline in recent years. Oh, how wholesome. Now all these lonely bees can have a little social hub to get together and relate to each other over life issue. Wait, why are they talking about women not deserving equal pay and rights? Who's this bug with a sunken chin calling himself the top bee? A snow leopard visiting a dentist in Finland. Yeah, okay. Visiting is not the correct word here. Captive? Far more accurate. Also, I gotta love the paws being secured with mitts. The way this little yellow fish uses this jellyfish for propulsion and protection. No, what? How did you find this? Humans? I swear there are some of us out there who find the craziest Easter eggs in this simulation. Mars on the left, Earth on the right. Well, I hope the person who took the photo on the left took their time to try and look for Matt Damon. He's been trapped there for a while now. Save me! This painting from the 1600s shows what watermelons looked like at the time. Conspiracy theorists will hate to admit it, but thank God for GMOs. Gosh, I reckon the red there is also the very gooey part of the watermelon too, like not the fun type. Not the fresh crispiness you get to enjoy today, man. Okay, it's one of those things that make me realize just how privileged I am to live in this type of era. I mean, yeah, climate change in the next like 30 to 40 years, but hey! Watermelon. There's a TV show in Iceland called Keeping Up with the Kardashians. It's a 24-hour live broadcast of cats in a tiny model house. I need to find this now. NASA is monitoring an asteroid that could collide with Earth on Valentine's Day in 2046. A 1 in 400 chance. I blame this on one of the couples out there who always try to one-up each other on Valentine's Day every year. I got you an asteroid, babe! Aw, you shouldn't have. A Norwegian prison cell. So their life sentences are basically someone who goes to uni and is in crippling debt in the West. Makes sense that would go along with a life sentence. This 1400-year-old ginkgo tree that looks like an explosion. Wow, it's an explosion of pee. Don't let it get in your mouth. The ghost ship Jenny was found with the crew frozen solid. The captain's last entry is chilling and says, to keep things lighthearted, May 4th, 1823. No food for 71 days. I am the only one left alive. Well, clearly they sound like they were having a blast. Not a blast akin to tree pee, but a blast nonetheless. Only 16 years after the JFK assassination, President Jimmy Carter rides sitting on top of the presidential limousine to greet the crowds. He ran on the platform of being honest, open, and the people's president. Yeah, you see the man driving the car? How concerned he looks? That's because he's afraid of the roof collapsing due to the weight of this man's balls. To this day, the IRS operates on 60-year-old coding on mainframe computers, which is so strange. I mean, it's the IRS. It's literally what ensures people pay the taxes so that the governments can actually pay for the services that literally help them pay for the taxes that, like why? How, out of all services out there, out of all things that require technological advancement, this is the one that is behind. A man who disappeared while out riding his quad bike was discovered 8 days later in the belly of a shark. Oh, you thought you were safe on the land, but you failed to realize there's water in the mud, and in water, there are sharks. Mud sharks. The message on the teleprompter after MyPillow CEO Mike Lindell went overtime at the CPAC conference. Please end now. Seriously. Delivery person in Wuhan using exoskeleton to help him carry more parcels. It's either that or an awesome Death Stranding cosplay. The Euthanasia coaster, designed to kill its passengers. Wow, looks like fun. In 2010, it was designed and made into a scale model by Bonus, a PhD candidate at the Royal College of Art in London. A Bonus, who has worked at an amusement park, stated that the goal of his concept roller coaster is to take lives with elegance and euphoria. It is a ride to the death. The 7 loops or inversions put the human body under such stress that it causes the brain to be starved of oxygen. As as the heart simply cannot push blood against the enormous G-forces. Even if it kills you, it is designed to still be a fun death. An honorable thought, if rather macabre. That is crazy. When are tickets on sale? Sorry. When are tickets on sale? Sorry. Tickets on sale? Sorry. Poon stars per million inhabitants in Europe. Really gotta wonder what's going on with those two countries compared to all of their neighbors. Are they just really good at entertainment? Is the economical opportunity so bad that that's the only way you can make money? But more importantly, what's going on with Iceland? Come on, mate, try harder. Or is that Greenland? No matter! What, you think you're too good to be on the hub? Come on, stop being a prude. Phones confiscated during cell searches at just one California prison. Oh my god. Like, as security in a prison, you really have to question your skill set when this gets through at this scale. In 1999, Harvard physicist Lene Howe was able to slow down light to 17 meters per second. In 2001, 3 years later, she was able to stop light completely. Okay, easy there. Let's try to do what you're doing with the light and slow down a bit on exposing yourself there, God. In 1990, a panel of the windscreen on British Airways Flight 5390 fell out at 17,000 feet, causing the cockpit to decompress and its captain to be sucked halfway out of the aircraft. Thankfully, a nearby albatross on holiday snapped this photo of the event. In case you are wondering though, this is just a recreation from a TV show that explored these sort of crashes. Here's the real people, all safe and sound. Dubai's futuristic downtown circle project under the Dubai 2040 plan. Finally, the Burj Khalifa can now achieve its dream of being the ultimate hula hoopist. The physical transformation of professional wrestling star Jordan Grace. Stop it. Stop making the things I think are impossible achievable. It leaves me to be the only remaining factor. Reality TV series River Monsters was over because Jeremy Wade captured every large freshwater fish variety. Therefore, the show had no more content left. The show was on Animal Planet. Ladies and gentlemen, your real-life, successful Ash Ketchum. Dashrath Manji carved a road through a mountain over 22 years to shorten the distance from his village to the nearest hospital from 70 kilometers to 1 kilometer? Why can't you do that, Google Maps? This man literally Minecrafting his way through the world. After salmon breed, most of the time, they'll start to visibly rot alive. Although the process starts when they begin their journey upstream. Aren't these also the fish that when they're ready to mate, they turn into some sort of freakish, like Hulk-like version of themselves? They're weird. Salmon are weird. Why do we eat them? Let's leave them alone. They're weird. Thousands of tattooed inmates pictured in El Salvador mega prison. Wow, they must confiscate a lot of Sharpies. Desmond Thomas Doss was a United States Army corporal who served as a combat medic with an infantry company in World War II. He refused to carry any firearm whatsoever and went on to save 75 men in the Okinawa and would earn the Medal of Honor for it. He is also secretly Spider-Man. Don't ask him about Gwen. 1 million seat stadium concept by American artist Paul Pfeffer. What is this? A stadium for ants? No, wait, no, they're just really far away. Okay. The strangest raccoon I have ever seen. Is it? I'm not native to America. I don't know what the difference is. I guess this one doesn't look like it's gonna shank me, so maybe that's the difference? Australian police seized drug dealer's phone that they believe may be used as a firearm. Ballistics tests yet to confirm its effectiveness. Okay, that phone case, even like folded up, would look too strange for anyone not to be like, "Hey man, what's with your phone case? That looks weird." An ICE agent who helped deport many learned he was undocumented himself and now faces deportation. Upon presenting his birth certificate to help his brother become a citizen, Paul Rodriguez learned his documents were falsified at birth and he, in fact, was not a US citizen. He was immediately fired. Oh, the irony. Average number of intimate partners men have around the world. Okay, is this at the same time, over a span of a month? What are we going for here? Because damn, Australia. Whoa, hey, easy guys. Either we get along real good or we all just have really low standards for each other.
Yeah, you'll do.
Yeah, you sound easy.
The water quality in Warsaw, the capital city of Poland, is monitored by clams. If the water gets too toxic, they close, and the triggers shut off the city's water supply automatically. So in a way, it was never the lizard people who controlled the population. It's the clams. Activists burn a giant effigy of Philippine President Rodrigo Duterte, and it looks looks freaking sick. Oh, wow. Look, I'll be honest. For a second, I thought it was something to do like praising him, but yeah, okay. This, I'm gonna say I'm wrong. A cease and desist letter I received from Funimation back in 2003. Look, just be thankful it wasn't 4 kids, okay? I've seen what they've done to their abridged series on the internet.
Rest in peace, Yu-Gi-Oh! The abridged series.
60% of babies are born during the day, between 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., and 3.5 times as many babies are born at exactly 8 a.m., which is the most common minute to be born, compared to the least common 3:09 a.m. So if you truly want to be a special baby, make sure you're born at 3 a.m. That way your parents can make a clickbaity YouTube video about it. Canada is currently reporting a super pig problem, with a hybrid breed gone wrong mixing domestic pigs and wild boars. Reporting sizes up to 661 pounds and capable of surviving extreme Canadian winters. It's okay, we don't need to panic. The best they can do is build with sticks. If they start building with bricks, that's when we start sending the alarms. A normal silverback gorilla can deadlift 1,800 pounds, and they are around 8 times stronger than a human male. They walk relying on their hands like feet and can crush a crocodile's skull with their grips. Honestly, how there aren't more horror movies with people who have gorilla eyes, I'm honestly surprised. Look at them. They look like death. Eminem's hit, Lose Yourself, is the first rap song in history to win an Oscar for the Best Original Song. Eminem didn't even bother to watch the awards. Instead, he was watching cartoons with his daughter that night and went to sleep, because he never thought there was even a chance for him winning. Hey, dad's got priorities. I dig it. The old London Bridge would slow the river so much it would freeze over winter. Built at great sacrifice, Old London Bridge was by far the longest inhabited bridge in Europe. It was considered a wonder of the world and seen with enormous pride by Londoners. Both rich and poor donated heavily to its upkeep, often leaving bequeaths to God and the bridge. Yeah, it's one of those things that I really wish got to still exist in modern times. I'd prefer it if people tried to bring these things back from history and not world wars. Born today, both parents are white as snow. You say that, but who's that fella avoiding eye contact with the camera on the right? Jeff Bezos' wealth is so massive, an $88,000 purchase to him is similar to a $1 purchase for the average American. Assuming this man has a will that disperses his income upon death, considering the accumulated wealth of the previous generations, like this century is going to be the largest transfer of wealth in human history. Just a fun thing to ponder that most of us will actually miss out on because we don't have rich parents. Yay! 70 years ago, the United States learned about Stalin's death for the first time when a 21-year-old Air Force staff sergeant intercepted a coded message from Russia. That sergeant was none other than legendary singer and songwriter Johnny Cash. Now, mate, you can't take up 2 points in human history, this thing and then also being a great singer. That's cheating. You're hogging everything. Stop it. Learn to share your accolades. Flights between Australia and South America pass near the Antarctic coastline. No one flies over the Antarctic. Ew. I'm not comfortable with the world map being placed like this. This looks weird. It's like a new Minecraft world. What? NASA unveiled the new spacesuit for astronauts heading to the moon. Oh, NASA's going through their teen emo phase. Humans are trichromatic, meaning we see with 3 cone cells and thus can see many colors on the visible light spectrum. Many mammals are instead dichromatic and thus see fewer colors. This is why the tiger's camouflage works, even though it stands out for so much of us.
Human vision? Other mammals' vision.
This is exactly what makes humans such an advanced species. One day one person was like, I wish I could tell the difference between an orange and a lime, and evolution was like, bam, I got you. David Vetter Bubble Boy spent his entire life in a bubble. He suffered from severe combined immunodeficiency and eventually died at the age of 12. Okay, on one hand, I understand giving someone the chance to have a life, but also 12 years old in this sort of space. Now, I imagine they probably had a larger room as they grew up, but wow. Imagine having to stay on your bed mattress your entire life. Okay, look, no, I probably would enjoy that, just getting to sleep all day, but that's not the point. A croc with a mutation. Wow, cool, kill it. Don't let it spread. Don't let them get the ideas. Let them understand evolution is for me, not for thee. I built the $800 Lego Star Destroyer set out of parts I already had. And look, you know what? Much better Star Destroyer. Anybody familiar with green honey? My dad's bees made green honey in Florida, and we have no idea what they got into. Well, that depends. Are the bees not bothering to get a job? 17-year-old Julian Kopp was sucked out of an airplane in 1971 after it was struck by a bolt of lightning. She fell 2 miles to the ground, strapped to her seat, and survived after she endured 10 days in the Amazon jungle. Yet after all that, she still nails the blue steel look for the photo op. Ate at 3 Michelin star restaurant Alinea in Chicago. Dessert painted on the table. Edible balloons. Table fires. It's an experience. As someone who a short while ago went to a very fancy digger station experience, I am ashamed to say that I am now one of these people who absolutely enjoy these experiences for the tasting, even though you get maybe a small portion to eat.
I know it's very small for the price you pay, but it tastes so good.
Future President Teddy Roosevelt can be seen in this picture of Lincoln's funeral.
Mommy, I want to be just like him.
Oh, that's sweet, little Teddy. You want to be the future president?
Yeah, I want to die.
No. The third man factor, or third man syndrome, refers to the reported situations where an unseen presence, such as a spirit, provides comfort or support during traumatic experiences. So, like, is it just extra traumatic and depressing when a spirit doesn't visit you after your experiences? Like, you're just considered not even worth it? Danish police have an online squad that plays CSGO, Fortnite, Minecraft, etc. with young people. This is to prevent fraud, hate speech, and grooming. All the officers stream live on Twitch. Honestly, I'm all for this. Realistically, this is where community growth is happening now. It's about time local services learn to connect through the same medium. Aerial view of a tire scrapyard.
Wow, look at all those pizza olives.
A statue of Jesus in India mysteriously began dripping water from its toes. Worshippers started collecting it and drinking it, believing it was holy. Oh no. The source of the water was later found to be a clogged toilet near the statue. Oh no. Look, I mean, it is coming from the toes, so you're kind of getting what you expect. Michael T, with a lot of pizza olives in his name, lived for 82 years without ever knowing what a woman looks like. And as you can see, he's clearly happy, never having to deal with a woman in his life. Look how blissfully content he is. Stuart Townsend, 27, was in his second day of filming The Lord of the Rings when director Peter Jackson replaced him with Viggo Mortensen, 41. Oh, please tell me that Peter Jackson let him know if it was simply just a different creative choice and not at all because he thought he was a terrible actor. Man. How to Crush Your Dreams 101. The Ottoman train, which was ambushed by Lawrence of Arabia about 100 years ago on the Hejaz Railway, still stands in the middle of the desert today. That's alright, the sand will cover it up in a few hundred years. This is a huge ancient forest discovered 300 meters down a sinkhole in Hubei, China, containing a unique ecosystem of ancient trees, plants, and animals. Such a beautiful, pristine land untouched by— Ow, some bug bit me.
You okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I really feel like biting something right now.
Oh, really?
Hey, get over here.
I'm good.
I said get over here.